Hello. Well, there's no real point in recording mic, but I'll record mic for the sake of recording mic. We're gonna fully fucking try hard, and we're gonna do super well. No, I keep doing that. Just want Korean builds. I really need to make a fucking bookmark of this. Here we go. Done. Korean builds is a bookmark now. Now I don't feel super awkward when, you know, hitting Korean builds. Anyway. WQE, WQE, yeah. Makes sense. Ignite? Yeah, ignite. We'll go ignite. Ignite makes sense. So, I have this, man, let's... I have this. So, this guy says, Rod of Ages, Rylai's the Andres Morello into tanks. Rod of Ages, Rylai's Morello, Death Cap into squishies. Heavy AD, Rod of Ages, Seeker's Arm Guard, Rylai's Zonia's, Morello Deadman's. He'll skip Roa if he's ahead. As far as runes go, and those runes, yeah. I take Arian to things like LeBlanc, Aurelion Talon. Honestly, understandable. Really? If not, this could honestly just be like, oh, thank you. Impending doom. Exciting. So this is my rune page. I'm gonna change these depending on matchup. Probably stick with health if it's a good mix. But yeah. Very max utility here, but yeah. Kindred. That's actually a really annoying matchup, but it's kind of whatever at the same time. Hey, what do you know, Morgana? It's funny as fuck. I should meet Mike. I'll meet Mike when I get in the game. I'll do the voiceover after. Malphite. We still not. Right now they're looking pretty tanky, and I say that because Lulu, with her ult, is looking pretty tanky. That better not be a Malphite mid. Is a Malphite mid. Fuck. What is that comp? Honestly, we go MR here, even if it's Garen. Even if there's a chance it's Garen. The health won't be a big difference. The armor probably won't do much. We'll get like Seekers. And the MR will help against his ult. So I think we're still good to go MR. AP Malphite's really annoying though, so I think it's the smart move. We might go Mercs. Or Swifties, like they don't have much CC you can really stop. Oh, it is Garen mid. Garen mid with Conquer. Alright, this is a matchup. Alright. So I love how I'm gonna show off. Well, this is kind of perfect because, yeah, like jank matchups are like still good to show off, I guess. Anyway, I'm gonna go off mic. Yeah, I'm just gonna go off mic. Hopefully this match goes well, and hopefully this is shareable footage. Hello, my name is Thel, and this is me talking from, well, the future, I guess, technically. I just wanted to leave that in because I wanted to show my thought process going through Champion Select, and for most of the match, I didn't really say much, mostly commented on some things here or there, but I did want to cover it more here. Sorry, the video keeps disappearing. I'm trying to get a playlist I'm running. I guess we'll just keep this, though. We'll just keep this music running on loop, I suppose. Nonetheless, this is the match. So I have made a item page there. As you can see, Doran's, 2 pots, Corrupting, and then Dark Seal and Refillables. I think these are 3 really good options for starting items on Aurelion Sol. Doran's Ring, I'd say if you're going to have trouble last hitting, like if you're going to miss a lot of CS, you're going to want to at least get the CS you want to get with autos, and that'll help towards that. Corrupting's good if you just want to sustain lane, and I think Dark Seal here was a good pick because I knew I was going to roam a lot, because Garen is a bit slower than me, not to mention I knew I could shove him out in lane pretty well, so essentially this is building on an early game lead, is the type of thing I went here. So here I wanted to give Vision a red buff, and I shouldn't stand here with Kayn, that was my thought process because stars. Anyway, you definitely start W on Sol, as it is pretty much all his damage. He's not really useful level 1, because like a lot of his abilities work well in tandem, especially his Q and his W. So like, I feel like taking Q first is kind of, I don't know where. I did notice that Garen took Ignite, I didn't comment that he took Conquer. So basically, what I'm trying to do in this lane is poke him out and take short trades. If he takes an extended trade and is able to stack Conqueror, I'm in a very unfavorable position. And that's generally what we try and do here. So first I start autoing these minions, then I help use the stars to kind of help last hit him. There, notice I back up when he goes in for the spin. I'm trying to avoid just unnecessary damage while trying to farm and even poke him a little bit. You will notice throughout lane, I do auto attack him a couple of times here and there, and that's mostly to keep his passive off. Granted, it does proc his Doran shield, but his passive healing is a lot more of a threat than his, Doran shield. So every now and then I'm like, well, it's time to auto him. I do notice the effect going off right now, and actually do manage to hit him because he walks right into me. That trade was not really in my favor. He did do a lot of damage to me. Nonetheless, the minions did help make up for it, because he was in the middle of my minion wave hitting me. So I land a Q here because it's free. My W wasn't great there because he was out of range and he was just in the circle, but he was unable to hit me. And I'm zoning him off actually really well here. I even get a phase rush proc here. So honestly, lane's not going incredibly bad. My farm's pretty good for like kind of half poke. I am missing a couple here and there, which kind of sucks. Bot lane, whatever heck happens down there. I do miss that range minion, which I'm not a fan of. I do get the cannon, which is way more important. He keeps going in for this, but I was actually able to get phase rush there. Completely avoid his engage, and he just gets for a little bit there. Actually did a really good punish here with W. And because of refillable potions and Dark Seal, I'm pretty much full health. And I do eat a biscuit for some mana regen right there. And we're just farming. So right now we're really abusing our range, and we're able to zone him off pretty well. I missed those 2, which sucks. To my knowledge, maxing W is the best on Sol, because it helps with the mana, and it helps with, I think it might cost more mana, actually. I'm not sure. I should check. I do see Kindred right here with no health, and she wasn't expecting me. She hits a flash, so I punish it by flash and igniting just to make sure I get the kill. And we get a first kill for mid lane right there. So she wasted flash. Yeah, I wasted flash too, but I made her waste hers. And the fact that she doesn't get this scuttle or this mark. I was going to help him get the scuttle, and then Kayn looked like he was going to roam, so I did join him in this roam with water walking. Maxing W is good, though, because it enhances the damage of your stars, which is your DPS. And Lulu is just kind of here alone for whatever reason. And I do wait a bit before I do my Q, before I can see her. And we pick up a kill right there. I waited on my Q because I couldn't see her, so I wouldn't really know where to aim, and I didn't want to miss it. And I do stun the Scuttle for Kayn here, so I can help get it quicker. And I head back to mid lane to farm. Garen is missing. I probably should have turned back and helped with Tristana, but I am behind in farm, and I also didn't see it because I'm a blind person. Nonetheless, Morgana did rotate in time, and I think they do pick up the Tristana down there. Yeah, they do pick up the Tristana. Cool. And I recall because I got the cannon wave, and I got a good amount of gold and no mana, so I back. Generally, you could get Catalyst here, but I decided to go for the Blasting Wand because it just gives you a better flat AP. And the mana on Catalyst is helpful, yes, but at the same time, it's more expensive. I got boots with Blasting Wand, and I'm not doing terribly bad for mana, at least. So, if I really needed more mana running this, I could just run to maybe grab a Honey Fruit if they are on the map. But yeah, and I also have red buff from, I think it was the Lulu. It might have been the Lulu, or it might have been the Kindred. I actually noticed this right here. So he goes in to get the minion, so I punish him with an auto, a Q, and then I chase him with stars, and he does use Q to run away, so I put away my stars because I won't be able to reach him. Get level up W. I do ping that he is missing, because he kind of just ran up in the bush, and I need to farm here, because I am behind in farm from the roaming I made. I use W here to quickly clear the wave. Does take a good amount of mana, but not a crazy amount. I can just let it regen for a bit. I do notice Kindred taking this. I missed the stun. Nonetheless, I do harass her off of it a bit. Kinda try and get her to use some things. I did waste a lot of mana using my W there, but yeah. I do have biscuits, thankfully. I think I use it. No. She actually makes a really bad Q there, and I punish it by waiting on the star and get the stun. She picks a really bad fight. I was able to pick her off, and thanks to water walking and E, I actually do create enough distance from this Garen to just get away completely. I did use a lot of mana, and I don't have much, but I can still farm. Because I do have a refillable, I do have enough mana for Q, which is what I'll need to escape, and even if my E's on cooldown. Because Garen had advantage with Scuttle there. See, he comes in here, and Kane's right here, so him picking that's actually a really bad fight. I activate my W, but I'm completely out of range, so I kind of just wasted mana. However, he did take a lot of damage just for going for a trade like that. And here he comes again, which, you know, I just immediately react and back off. I do land an auto to proc his passive. And I think Kayn from their Wraiths or Raptors comes in. Yeah, I hear the sound effect and I go in. I probably should have looked at the map more, but I do land the ult for some damage and ignite him. He is very dead. And the Kindred marked me. Looks like she was trying to counter gank, but was a little too far. I do give the Kayn props there. So, looking while we recall, I just want to point out I did have a lot of gold, no mana, so I back off and recall. I did get some good farm there. I finished Catalyst, almost done Rod of Ages. What I just want to point out is Renekton's not doing too well into Malphite. He does have 2 deaths into Malphite, which is pretty bad. This Renekton's a lane bully. Bot lane's doing okay, thanks to the roam me and Kayn have had. Kindred's doing awful. She has no farm, she has no marks, she has no kill participation. Heck, bot lane, right there, perfect. Kayn just jumps right in. And I just come back to farm then, because I do need more farm. And there's not really much to roam to, other than bot being super extended. And Garen does actually punish them really hard with that roam. I wasn't really aware because he died, and it was just coming from base. It's kind of whatever, though. I do throw out a Q, and I want to stun her, but she did react really well to it. And I missed that farm, which sucks, but whatever. Oh, yeah. I was in the middle of typing, which sucked, but thankfully I was pathing away, so I was actually able to get away from the bush strat Garen and actually punish him with a Q and multiple star procs. He silences me, but doesn't really do much with it, so it's kind of whatever. I do get a stun there, a nice one, and Renekton comes right in, gets the double dash, gets the stun. I just stay in range for my stars. Get pick up the kill there. Malphite walked in at a really dangerous spot, so he actually used his ult to just completely not die to us because he's half health. However, we do get a nice dive knowing that his ult is down, and I do follow up when the Renekton tracks aggro. I notice the Kindred, so I get a stun here. Use my ult to slow her down. And Kayn picks up a nice kill there too. And yeah, we just get some tower damage after that. Some very poor decisions by the enemy team that were able to punish a lot. I use Star. I just want to wave clear at this point and shove the wave. Garen's right there. I did try. Actually, did get a proc right there. Proc is passive. This Garen didn't go bone plating. I was surprised about that. Having my Q up, I do get an auto attack. He tries to react and hit me, but his Q actually isn't able to keep up with Celerity Boot's speed. He does get a lot of procs in, but Kayn is right here and actually react ganks really well. I threw it at Q here and lowered my W to preserve mana, but I did miss my Q. That said, he's not really getting away. Landed more stars, and yeah, even Morgana got an assist. I hit the Honey Fruit because I am low on health and mana. And I do look bot because something's happening, but nothing happens, so we're good. But yeah, this moment's a little awkward, but nonetheless, what happens, happens. We do want Mountain. Mountain's a really good dragon. Ezreal does get solo cut by Tristana, and I actually do go over to help the Morgana, because there's a good chance they might steal if they help, and they also are very low. Tristana makes a very questionable jump that does not make it over the wall, and Lulu, I was assuming, was trying to flash. The dragon did get reset, but we do continue on it, because Kindred is mid. I don't ping that Garen's gone, even though I really should have, because I'm pretty sure he goes top lane right here. And I do lower my W here to preserve some mana. Right here? Yeah, right here. I do want to preserve mana, at least enough for Q, which I do get in about 1 second. So that was a little too late, but you do want to keep a Q up for taking Dragon, at least in my opinion, because you're going to want to be able to stop the jungler or someone else running in to try and steal it. Especially when you have no vision like that. So we finish Rod of Ages. I get Tabi this game, because pretty much all of them auto-attack, even Malphite. And that's just a really good counter. And I do roam top because he has taken the tower to apply some pressure, especially since Garen's there. Why give up a free tower when you can help defend it by yourself? However, some things to keep in mind while running in that I do keep in mind, even though I'm charging at the Q, is that Garen's got silence, Garen's got ult, Malphite's got ult. That's a really good combo. And right here, I do eat it right here. I do have flash, though, when I am done silence. I ult, and then I actually flash in reaction to them right there. So, even though I'm incredibly low, they did use a lot to get just about nothing. Not to mention Renekton's right here, so I do engage with a Q. Malphite does fall for the bait. Gets completely caught out. And we pick up another kill. We are fully stacked on Darkseal. I think we were for a while. We are 8-0. But, yeah. And then I head back mid lane because Renekton just needs farm. And I did my part. Garen, I think, ran off and backed. That was kind of thought process. That was the only character I need to keep in mind. Kindred is bot lane, as you can visibly see on the map. So I knew I was pretty much safe just hanging out in mid lane right now. And yeah. And then I just used W to clear the whole wave. Garen's back full health. I didn't check his items. It's a good thing to check on items, but I do run bot. Oh yeah, this is bad. So roaming bot with minus half health is not smart. It just not actually punishes me really hard. Bot lane didn't follow up in time. Yeah, it was bad. I think they do get out alive though. Oops, sorry about that. There we go. Yeah, more people getting caught out. So because Garen got caught out, actually, I do head back mid lane to try and punish him for that. I do charge up a nice Q to get some good wave flare. I didn't think I need to E, but I think it's because I used my Q too soon, and I needed to at least make up for it. Kindred's getting Scuttle, but I do get some good damage on tower. Top lane's fine, even though they're pushed in. Malphite's backing. Bot lane's completely fine thanks to Kayn. Kindred does come in here to stop me, but she is visibly scared, as I am 8-1. Do get all that farm, thankfully. So I go to auto because she is pretty good distance apart, and I know about one more auto, two more, we'll finish it. A little awkward, but I used ult to put him in a bad spot and keep him off me, because I do want to create that distance. Malphite misses his ult completely, and I do get quite bean boozled. I do land off a nice Q before I die, though, and Ross does pick up 2 kills right there. I think he dies, though, to Malphite. It's Malphite. Yeah, he dies to grass. Boom. So that was okay. I feel overall, especially in the 2v3, that was really good, because we traded 2 kills for 2 kills, and we got a tower. And we used, like, pretty much all their ults except for Kindred, to my knowledge, which was probably on cooldown. I was worried about that, though, going into that. So we did die, but it's kind of whatever. We were going to head bot lane, but bot lane did respawn in time, so I just head back mid. And I do point out that my CS is very over Garen. Not only do I have much better kill participation than this guy, but I have like over half his CS. I was thinking of going top, but yeah, just shove out the wave. I do have Rylai's now, which is a fantastic item, which I think is when Aurelion starts getting really strong as a control mage, as he can just constantly keep you at full distance, slow, slow, slow. And I do roam up because Garen's up here. I do ping that I'm on my way. The fact that I miss Q doesn't matter because I do have my W constantly slowing him, and I did ignite him just in case. We're gonna run up here for some reason. Ross going in a little deep, so I do follow up a little pressure with an E, even the Q combo. The fact that I put my Q out there made it really hard for me to run. I do get slows on Rylai's. Yeah, bot lane, I actually noticed that Israel's kind of losing, so I do recall to try and help him out. Top lane, they're getting really good push, though. I decided to go Leontries this game because they do have a lot of healthy targets like Malphite and Garen, who would become a problem if they got through our team. Not to mention, the carries aren't really building much MR. So she does jump that, but this Lulu does get caught in a bad spot. I ult the Tristana, she is the damage threat. She ults me back, thinking it would kill me, but does not, and we do pick up the Lulu as well. Who was not really running from an Ezreal very easily. We just get the Scuttle. I actually beat Boozle here. the Morgana gets the Scuttle nonetheless. Do take the dragon because Kindred is topside. Deal with Renekton, who just died. Ocean Dragon's okay. I think it's still helpful for mana heavy champions, but it's why not. It's free gold, good pressure, good objective. Dragon's pretty much always worth it. The more important ones to keep in mind are stuff like Mountain and Infernal because they do provide bonus damage to both objectives and champions. As in, like, it's just bonus damage. I do keep my distance a bit because it is Malphite. We have no idea where any of them are except for Tristana, so if I get ulted by Malphite, there's a good chance that Garen might run in, or Kindred. So I do keep my distance a bit because I am below half health, and Kayn does tell me to take blue buff, so I do wait on the stun, get the stun right there. I do kite with my W, just take little damage as possible. What is nice too is because my W is using mana constantly, I'm actually getting health from Catalyst in Rod of Ages. So I actually did heal up a good amount just getting blue buff. That was a pointless W or Q, sorry. So I do clear the wave. Getting marked, Kindred kind of gave away the idea that they want to engage on me, so I do back off a bit. I'm seeing Garen and Malphite on the fringe. And yeah. I apologize for the excess noise. Kayn gets a really good knock up here, and I'm able to actually CC. I do miss my ult because he flashed. I wasn't expecting that. Nonetheless, water walking plus Morgana Q does pick up the kill on Garen. It's Ross solo fought Kindred, which is fantastic. And I think we do hit topside. Or no. We head topside, but we're going to Rift Herald. We could have probably had to kill them, but the kill wouldn't really do much. Getting this objective is actually really helpful. Not to mention they backed off thinking we were going to come up and gank them. Rift Herald pretty much guarantees a tower death, assuming you place it right, and assuming you don't get interrupted. Renekton's actually making good pressure bot lane, despite being behind. And I do get some good damage on tower because I'm a mage. Mages do a bit bonus damage because they don't build AD. It's a weird stat. And don't forget that your stars do damage without your W, so especially farming, it'd be helpful to just not W. And Malphite gets a really questionable flash, and that ult doesn't do much for his team because Kindred cannot get close enough to hit me. Not to mention we just have more numbers, so that ult doesn't do much. It looks like he was trying to one-shot me or something. But we did kill them both, and proc Rift Herald there. I ward there because I'm worried about Tristana, or even possibly Lulu. We do get the tower. Kindred can't do much here. She doesn't have any stacks. She doesn't have much items. Very behind, so we do kind of just stroll in and force them off. My stars actually slowed the crap out of Kindred in half there because she took too many hits. And Garen actually goes in here for a silence, but our team's very good at kiting. And we actually get into a little bit of a scuffle here. I flash away because I'm worried about the Kindred. But, yeah, it works out pretty in our favor. My W cooldown was really awkward there, but Ezreal does pick up Kindred. Malphite here, they both get stunned. Yeah. That's pretty much game. That's how this match went. They surrendered as they're all dead. They're all last stand. Overall, I think I just played early game really well. I was able to outfarm Garen. I was able to harass Garen without him harassing me. And I was able to get good items and help the team. And our team worked really well together there. So those are my thoughts. I'll leave it back to Past, though.
Okay. So after game thoughts, as I just played that was a really good game. Garen wasn't able to do much to me early because I zoned him out from distance. Like that went really perfectly. Like I had 2 deaths, yeah, but like those weren't bad deaths. Like I roamed so well and I like farmed really good. Look at that damage. Like Sol's good, man. Sol's good. It's getting that groove and getting like that understanding, I think, personally. But that's my thoughts from here. I'm gonna take it over to the other one. Good game. Holy shit. That is a good game.
So I was actually really happy with how that match went. It went a lot better than I was worried about, but yeah. So the matchup wasn't in a good case as no one really takes Garen mid, but it does prove that Sol can do well. Like you have to kind of work around the matchup. Zed, there are a lot of characters that will counter Sol, and maybe I'll try and do some more videos on that. But yeah, that's me playing a match of Sol. Hope it helps. Thanks for watching.